In today's video I get dirty again. I pull something long.
Hostia, ya es largo,
and play with a dog. Hello together and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video I am doing the maintenance on the Mini One R56 of the friend of mine who also owns the Porsche Boxster you have seen in the channel. The Mini is from year 2013 and it's equipped with a 1.6 liters and 98 horsepower engine with about 86,000 miles. What I am doing today is changing the engine oil and filter, the air cockpit filter, the air intake filter and the brake fluid. Let's go! First things first, opening the hood. I open the oil filler cap and lift the oil dipstick and leave it like that. Down here is the oil drain plug. I loosen it, getting a bit oily, and leave it drain. After a few minutes draining, I can put the new drain plug with a new washer. First, squeeze it in by hand, and then with the wrench at 22 foot-pounds. I clean the area down here, and done. I can go to the upper side of the engine to go on with the filter. There you have the oil filter. To remove it, I loosen it with the wrench. Before removing it, put some cloths or paper underneath, otherwise the oil will splash everywhere. And out! On the work table, remove the cartridge and the O-ring, as it is also provided with the new filter. There you have the part number of the Mann filter. I spread the new O-ring with new oil and put it on the filter cap. And put the cartridge in. There is some old oil left inside the filter housing. I clean it before getting the new filter in. Finally, I tighten the filter at 18 foot-pounds. Now I can fill with new oil. The manual says the capacity is 4.2 liters, so I fill first with about 3.5, 3.7 liters and check the level until it reaches a point between half and max. Then I start the engine and leave it idling for a few minutes. Turn it off and the level is now lower, so fill again until the max and done. After changing the oil and filter, next step is to change the air intake filter. In this car it is pretty easy, as it is located under this cover. First I remove the bolt with hex head, which attaches the box to the valve cover, and then the other 7 screws that close the cover of the filter box. Cover can be removed carefully so I don't drop any screws. And there it is, the old filter. it was not bad at all. This is the part number of the Mann filter. I just do the same process to mount everything back in place, paying attention that the filter sits properly. And now I screw the cover to the box. Now I move on to the interior, underneath the glove box. Here you can see this cover, where the air filter is hidden. The access to it is not difficult, but your back will hurt afterwards. The cover is just clipped, so by pulling it will open. The filter can be now removed by pulling it out. It wasn't dirty, it is black because this is some kind of active carbon filter. The part number of the Mann filter is this one. The arrow of the flow direction has to point to the right, as you can see from this perspective. It fits tight, so I help it with a second hand so it doesn't get blocked. Finally, I close the cover and ready. I will be back in a second, when I come back from the physiotherapist. The last job I am doing to this beauty is changing the brake fluid. The reservoir is here on the front, under this cover. First, I check if it's possible to suck the oil fluid out with a syringe, which it is. So I suck all that I can carefully, leaving always a bit of fluid on the bottom of the reservoir. I put the adapter, the E20, which is relatively standard. Plug the bottle and I first pump to check that the system is tight. After a few minutes, the system didn't lose any pressure, so I released the pressure inside and filled the bottle with new brake fluid, in this case a .4 from TRV. As I have to renew the fluid of the whole circuit, but not the one in the reservoir, 1 liter is enough. I close the cap and pump until 20-22 psi. Now I can start removing the old brake fluid through the bleeders. I have already explained in other videos that I start from the father's wheel, rear right, and get closer, rear left, front right and front left. First, place the bottle, remove the bleeder cap, put the wrench, and plug the hose. In this case, the old fluid is in good condition. When new fluid is coming out, I close the bleeder, unplug the hose, clean the area and plug the bleeder cap. Once all 4 wheels are done, I remove pressure from the pump and unplug it. The adapter has to be removed carefully as the reservoir is full. With a syringe, I remove fluid until it reaches the max mark. and done. In the next video I will change the brakes on the Mini. If you don't want to miss it and the next videos to come, consider subscribing. If you like the video, give it a like. And if you have any doubts, questions or suggestions, you can leave them in the comments. That's all for today, thank you for watching, bye bye!